Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? It's Over the Ropes. I'm Tyler.
I'm Cortland. Let's talk Money in the Bank, man.
We got money in the bank. Reactions. Did you do the tally for the matches?
No, I have not. Brother, I finished Money in the Bank at 9 o'clock last night.
I don't want to say much, but I'm pretty sure this guy was perfect.
Yeah, I think he swept up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you did fucking pick Cody and Jay.
That's
Son
right.
of a bitch.
That's right, baby! Back to the street.
I still don't. Yeah. Well, we'll get there.
We'll get there. And don't you dare say anything negative about that finish. So the match starts off with, I feel like this is an annual thing every year. Women's Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
You know what? Women's everything. Women's Royal Rumble seems to usually be better. Women's Iron Survivor. Women's Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Usually, I feel like the one match that the men usually have is Elimination Chamber.
Is what?
Elimination Chamber. I feel like that's probably the one time where the men seem to get the upper hand.
Yeah, I think they get a little more violent, which suits the atmosphere that they're in.
Yeah, but besides that, man, this is becoming an annual thing. We have Alexa Bliss.
What's Money in the Bank is electric.
We have Alexa Bliss, who will always have my heart. My favorite women's wrestler of all time. Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Stephanie Vicor, Julia, and Mommy Rhea Ripley. And the winner, and new Money in the Bank, I was going to say champion, but winner, Naomi. Perfect pick. Perfect pick. I think
proceed with caution.
Yeah, I think we both agreed that there would be a really fun storyline with Roxanne winning.
Yeah, which made it an intriguing pick.
I think there was a part of both of us that was like, well, look at what Stephanie's doing. There's no way Stephanie doesn't win this match.
How do you deny her?
Right. And then you can never assume Rhea's going to lose a match. So
I know, right?
What a match, dude. This match was... You literally... Like, to me, and I hate saying this, the two people you knew weren't going to win this was Alexa and Julia.
Alexa and who? You cut out a bit. Yep.
And again, even if they did win, you wouldn't be super surprised.
Super surprised?
Yeah, you wouldn't be.
Yeah. I think the problem with Julia is they're already like introducing what her next program's going to be because she's. So we didn't end up doing a SmackDown review, but basically she helped Zelina pick up her win against Piper Niven on SmackDown, and then immediately attacked her after the match.
Yeah.
And this is the second week it's looked like she's targeting that U.S. title, so that was kind of your dead giveaway that Julia wasn't going to win this one.
Right. And she's definitely taking that belt off, Zelina.
She better.
100%.
Yep.
Boy, there were so many spots in this match.
I know, it's so hard to pick a few.
Stephanie hit that devil's kiss on the ladder was gnarly.
The crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
I don't remember who she did it to. Do you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Which again, the other reason they were reacting, seeing Rhea in that position in those shorts.
Right. Well.
Alexa and Roxanne hitting stereo code reds. Dude.
Unreal.
Dude. And Roxanne kind of spoiled it a little bit. She kept trying to look back.
She kept looking back.
And you could tell Alexa wasn't verbally communicating well.
Yep.
There was a point where Julia, Roxanne, and Stephanie were fighting, and it's just like, man, even the four, like, this is like Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley-esque. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're going to be running this for a while.
Long time. And they're all younger than those three were. I'm pretty
Roxanne
sure.
is. Julie and Vauquer, I think, are... Julie and Vauquer are older than people think.
True, but I think Bailey and them are also older than people thought when they were coming in. So...
It's true.
Because Bailey had been on the Indies for quite a while at that point.
Bailey's 35, so at the time...
Yeah,
she was probably mid-20s.
Yeah, 25, 26.
Julie and Stephanie are in their 30s, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
But either way, they're going to be really good for a long time.
Yeah, as long as Julia can stay healthy, because we've already seen she's having some injury issues. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was just... There was not a this was the second best part of the pay-per-view. I thought this pay-per-view was decent. But maybe it was just burnout from Worlds Collide. Yeah, I had like an hour to get dinner, and then this started up. So by the time it was like, as
someone who had to binge it all on Sunday, including SmackDown, brother, I feel you.
Right.
I had 8.5 hours of wrestling to watch.
Right. Yeah. So like, by the time the men's Money in the Bank came around, I was like, oh, that's cool, but like.
Yep.
So this was probably the second best part of the night, because this match was incredible.
Absolutely fantastic.
And there was not a lull in the match. Like, this match just... And they were all just killed. Alexa, no ring rust since she's been back. Now, she's had some spurts where she's taken a little time off, but, like, she went straight from Rumble, Money in the Bank... to just big match after big match after big match. Like, so
I'm excited for her to get into a storyline, though.
I would love that, yeah. I think part of the reason is because the Wide Six had a couple injuries. So, now she's, I don't know, she's doing something with Charlotte. She's...
Yeah, man, that's weird.
A couple of times to her. But, yeah, this match was the best match of the night. Not the best moment of the night, but the best match of the night, easily.
I will agree.
Yeah.
One thing I really, really liked about this match?
What's that?
The camera work. I typed in that it was a drone shot, and then I wasn't positive, and then it looked like it might have just been that really big boom camera. Okay. Or the one that was like on like the crane looking thing. And then they did end up, as you see later in the night, they did have a drone. But they had some really good camera work when people got to the top of the ladder, and it was just unbelievable.
Agreed.
And I thought that made for two really good Money in the Bank matches. I love little production stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought this match was great. Every woman had their moment to shine. Naomi...
Stephanie got so close, man. She got so close.
Yeah.
Holy shit. The crowd went nuts.
Dude, and this was like one of those ones, we've been watching wrestling for so long, and unfortunately doing a podcast, and you have to watch things a little more critical, you feel a little less like a fan sometimes. But I found myself like fan reacting to Naomi getting up there, because I wanted Naomi to win, right? I said that from the beginning. I said that before they even had a qualifying match. I think I said that around Mania. I said Naomi should win Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Because the work that she's done has been awesome. It's well deserved. I'll tell you right now, Mercedes hated that. Because does that just ruin, but yeah, I think Rhea might have been on the ladder or something. I just remember like her coming off. And me be like,
Alexa and Rhea.
Yeah, and me be like,
so two baby faces.
Right.
I think, they both hit finishers on other people at the same time. So twice in a row, Alexa has done a move in stereo with someone, and then they look at each other, they have a moment, they race to the top, and Naomi comes in and pushes them off.
Yeah.
And she climbs up.
Yeah. Oh, so happy.
And Naomi does it.
What a match.
Well deserved.
A way to start the show. 2 shows in one night that it was like a killer way to start off the show.
Yeah.
Killer.
Gotta give enormous props to Stephanie Vauquer. 3 matches in 24 hours.
Yep.
Unreal.
And you know,
mad respect.
We kiss Stephanie's ass every week. It's deserved, frankly, but we do. We just shoot all the sunshine up her ass every week because it's deserved. And we talk a lot about Roxanne because she's in this Judgment Day thing. She's in this thing with Liv. I feel like we haven't done a good job with SmackDown the last 2 weeks, which we're gonna fix. So we haven't had as much of a chance to talk about her. But I feel like Julia doesn't get enough props for when she's in the ring because she is awesome. She's so good. And she, as somebody who probably was like the least likely to win for all the reasons we talked about, she really held her own and showed that Roxanne already has a story. Stephanie's this phenom, but Julia's right there with them. You know what I'm saying? And they all just did awesome. Rhea did Rhea things, which is always something to.
Still can't believe that was her first career ladder match.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Yep.
Not even just Money in the Bank. First ladder match is crazy. Crazy. So, great way to start the show.
Yep. And then we get the impromptu Intercontinental title match made at Worlds Collide. Amused me to no end when Dom tied Octagon Jr.'s mask to the ropes. Cracked me up. Awesome heel stuff. This one was pretty quick. Octagon Jr. heads up top. Liv distracts him. Dom takes advantage. He hits the 619. He hits the frog splash. He gets the shimmy in. Dom gets the win. Saw a lot of people online didn't like this one and thought Octagon Jr. got buried, but he, from everything I read, was very thankful, to even be on pay-per-view.
Yeah, we should have them podcasts that have money, they have different things that come up. We should have one that says rant of the day, because boy, here comes the weekly segment of me talking about how much I hate wrestling fans. Oh my god, get off the damn internet. This dude, Octagon Jr., not one of you, unless you're some nerdy Dave Meltzer asses, knew who the hell Octagon Jr. was.
And that's my whole thing.
And this dude got 2 matches on 2 WWE...
In 5 hours.
Yeah, and pay-per-view. He had most of the offense until Dom, tied his hair up, or his mask up. And, what did you expect? God, I hate people so much. They didn't bury him. You don't know what that word means. And you're an idiot if you're constantly on the internet talking about somebody being buried because they lost a match. You cannot be buried for losing a match. That's not what buried is. So, idiot.
Get him, Tyler. Get him.
I mean, it was a quick match, but it was good. It bled over from Worlds Collide. It showed hey, you should watch these things because stuff like this could happen. I love that Dom came out wearing the mask and then just threw it straight on the ground. He's just such a disrespectful little bitch.
Dickhead.
So much. So much. So Vikingo doesn't have a match at AAA right now.
Okay.
Or Triple Mania. Probably because I bet it was supposed to be him versus Del Rio at Triple Mania. But WWE was like, nah, we gotta get that shit off him. So I wonder if it's not gonna be Penta. I wonder if it's Vikingo who takes the IC title off Dom.
Really?
I mean, they've had him on Raw the last few weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe.
And why not?
He's been on WWE TV a lot.
Yeah. Yep. I could see it being Vikingo that takes that belt off him.
Wow.
That's a name that would be, worthy of coming in and instantly winning a belt like that. You know what I'm saying?
That would be enormous. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what a way to shine. Here's my thing. I feel like if you are a fan of AAA, which, first off, I don't fully believe you, because how the hell have you been watching it? If you are a real wrestling fan, real fan of AAA, you should be happy with Octagon Jr. getting this match and what happened at Worlds Collide. Because I feel like WWE showed we are going to put effort into this. Like, we didn't just buy this to kill this company. You know what I'm saying? I think everything they did with AAA was really good. And what they've done leading up here. Vikingo's been on TV every week, practically. Everybody said coming off this weekend that Mr. Iguana, there's 100% chance he's on NXT. Plenty. You know.
That's wild.
Who is a Laredo Kid and Octagon Jr., I think, are a tag team that's been on TNA a bunch. So we could be seeing them in NXT as a tag team. They're the Aztec Warriors or something like that.
Wait, okay.
So, maybe they just keep that AAA Cruiserweight title and have WWE guys going over there to kind of beef up a Cruiserweight division. Because that's the belt Laredo Kid has. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they bring back some women to beef up their women's roster. Let's give some women some more jobs. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was kind of curious if WWE is going to bring back the Cruiserweight title after this collaboration.
I wonder if they just have the AAA Cruiserweight champion kind of bounce between AAA and NXT.
That's cool. That's nuts, and I like it.
Yeah, I'd be into it. What did you think of this Fireball ladder? What do you think of Fireballs, first off?
I used to enjoy it more at a younger age than I do now. It's one of those things that, the taste is kind of nostalgic, and I don't like it nearly as much as I used to. I'm kind of... This is a sidebar. I got issues, man. I'm, very temperature specific with a lot of certain stuff. I don't like hot liquids. I only drink iced coffee. I don't like soup. I don't like hot liquids, etc. One of my temperature-sensitive things, I don't really drink a lot of liquor, and if I do, it literally needs to be ice cold. I keep my liquor in the freezer. I don't know. It makes it more tolerable, I guess. I'll have a Fireball nip in the freezer. It's not my thing. It tastes like really old bad decisions, but it's whatever. It's nostalgic. Sometimes there's a good time for it. You know, the one time I will rip Fireball is usually when I'm walking into a concert venue. I'll just rip a shot.
I don't mind Fireball. Here's apparently a hot take. I didn't think it was a hot take, but I'm learning the older I get and the more people I talk to, that's a hot take. Okay. I would rip a Fireball 100 times over 100 over a damn.
You're gonna say McGillicuddy's?
No. Jaeger bomb. Jaeger is fucking disgusting.
Brother, can I be honest with you right now? High five. You are correct. I don't like licorice. I think Jägermeister is one of the most disgusting things on the face of the earth. But, wow, we're going to sideball here. Okay, two things. Fireball mixed with a cider is really good. A shot of it into, an apple cider is great. Part two. Someone made me a drink when I was just on vacation. Your birthday. I had this on your birthday. Do you know what makes Jägermeister tolerable?
What's that?
Lime. It was a shot of Jaeger, and he put a bit of lime juice in it and pineapple juice. And it was their house shot. As someone who wildly detests Jägermeister, it was pretty good.
You know what I'm a fan of? This was my thing at parties. Now, I put too much liquor because I hold my liquor and I like a lot of liquor. If I'm drinking, I'm going to drink. You know the buckets of like margarita mix that you can buy at like a lot of grocery stores and stuff?
Yep.
Fill that mother with all the vodka and then freeze it and make it into like margarita ices.
Yep.
Oh.
I can get down with that.
Oh yeah.
Look at my man's go.
Oh yeah. People every single time are like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, I know. Oh, that's not. If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink.
Look at what the Fireball ladder has done to us. We've sidebarred.
Also,
thanks a lot, American Made.
Going back to yelling at people, I do not care about these promotions. All this whining and crying. Oh, they have Fireball on the ladder. Oh, they have 7-Eleven on the turnbuckles. Oh, pretty soon they're going to have advertising on the wrestlers' trunks. Who cares? So what? It doesn't matter. UFC was doing that for years.
That's what's paying your favorite wrestler's contract,
Damn
sucker.
straight. You want people to stop getting released? More advertising. Tattoo across their forehead. There you go. Contract for life, bitch.
I thought this segment was pretty funny, though, with American Made and the ladder.
Brutus is a riot, dude. Brutus is so funny. With that just
well, as the chunky brother, those are the rules of the chunky brother. You've got to be funny.
Yeah. I love Julius, but yeah, Brutus is just hilarious.
As the shorter, chunkier brother, I empathize, Brutus. I love you, brother.
Yeah.
It's real. It's a real thing.
I got fat after high school, so,
These things happen.
Yeah, I got a car, stopped walking, and my body said, fuck this. So then we have the worst match of the night. Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship. The match itself was fine. I hated the ending. I felt like the ending was so abrupt that it just put such a bad taste in my mouth.
Okay.
Becky won, of course, and maybe that's the other reason is we saw this coming. We knew this was coming. We both said this was coming, and I still was pissed when it happened.
Yep. The match itself had a lot of good stuff in the meat of the match.
The match itself was fine.
They did a fantastic job.
Fantastic strong. But the match itself was a decently good match.
All right.
But it ends up ending with, Becky and Lyra reversing roll-ups. Becky catches her. You know what's coming. Handful of the cheeks. 1, 2, 3. Becky wins. Afterwards, Becky's demanding Lyra to hold her arm up. She does it. Then she demands her to do it on all 4 sides. Demands her to put the belt on her. And then Lyra eventually has enough and German suplexes the shit out of her. Which I like. I like seeing the attitude afterwards.
Yep.
And the match itself definitely had its moments. It was a good match. Just the ending really rubbed me the wrong way.
It was kind of out of nowhere. They were starting to hit finishers. I think they each hit a finisher on the outside.
Yeah.
And then they go in, and it was just a series of roll-ups, and that's what did it.
Yeah, it was so abrupt and kind of okay. Especially when something's ending, and maybe this isn't ending. Maybe they'll have another one night champions, a tiebreaker. You know what I'm saying? Now,
yeah.
If Lyra wins this back at Night of Champions, I'm okay with this. Maybe Bayley comes, screws Becky, and Lyra gets the belt back. I'm okay with this. What are you going to say?
Yeah, because that feud doesn't need a belt, and we've talked about that.
No, it doesn't.
And at the end of the day, maybe this is just another notch on Becky's belt. I don't know if this, these things happen when they make new titles. Sometimes you have to re-qualify what makes a Grand Slam champion. But so I remember, was it Bayley was the first Grand Slam champion of the prior definition.
Yeah, which was NXT, Raw, and SmackDown and Tag.
Right. And I feel like this might rewrite those books. Maybe they take NXT out and they put the Women's Intercontinental title in.
Yeah, mid-card, I think,
right.
So, like,
and
to be
Becky's the first one.
To be a full Grand Slam champion, you would need to be the Women's Champion, Tag Champion, and both Intercontinental and U.S. Champion.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, Sheamus technically isn't a Grand Slam champion because he's never held the IC title. So.
Good point.
So it would need to be both mid-card titles and at least one women's title and tag. Which Becky has had the tag, right? Well, yeah, with the
they just won them at Mania.
Yeah, but I mean before that, I think she did too, right?
Yeah, she has won it with
Charlotte when they were feuding with Asuka and Kyrie. Did they win the belts during that thing?
Let me take a look. I feel pretty strongly that she's won it, but I can't remember with who. But I'm sure the old Wikipedias will tell me, and we're gonna do
Lita,
it quick.
Right?
Oh shit!
Trish.
Lita. Bingo.
Yeah,
it's Lita.
Yeah. Her and Lita won it. Yep.
Wow. She's got a hell of a list of accolades.
Becky? Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Unreal.
Yeah. Becky,
Hall of Famer.
She's awesome. She's great.
It's the Hall of Famer.
All
right, man. You want to talk men's Money in the Bank?
Let's do it.
Man, this was something. So we get Seth Rollins versus Penta versus El Grande, gracias, Americano versus Andrade versus Solo versus LA Knight. Yeah.
I love when Gable was telling the Creeds to put that ladder. He was like, but also tell me.
So make sure you tell Grande, but make sure you tell me too.
Yeah.
So before I get into the match, I gotta preface this by saying I predicted Seth on our prediction show, but then we do a text group chat, and I rerouted because I was just like, this is too many heels. This doesn't make sense. I don't think I told the group chat why I changed my mind. So here you go. I changed my pick to LA Knight, and here's why.
Did you? I didn't notice that.
I did.
You said something about changing your pick, and I was like, what? And then kind of just went on with my day and didn't actually look at it.
Yeah. So I switched to LA Knight, and here's why. He came out on SmackDown, and he had a new T-shirt. And it was black and green, and it was very clearly Money in the Bank themed. And I said, damn, they could make a lot of money off of this T-shirt. Mm-hmm. And they kept making a point of saying it's third time a charm for LA Knight. And then I really started to think about it, and I'm like, he is dead in the water if they don't pull the trigger on him now. I'm like, he's just been in this, like, almost spot for so long. And I was like, look, man, it's time. They have to do it. Seth can get his way into a title match anytime. No one else in the match really made sense. So I flip-flop to LA Knight. Keep that in the mind for the end of this match. So the match starts. Everyone gangs up on Seth because he's a son of a bitch, and he spent his entire Friday Night SmackDown attacking all these guys. This match had countless crazy spots. Penta hitting a Mexican Destroyer on Andrade on the ladder was absolutely unreal. We had a pretty cool spot where LA Knight kind of catapulted Americano. He ended up climbing up onto a ladder outside of the ring. He leaps onto another, which bridges onto the giant fireball ladder, where he climbs up, and he had loaded the mask right before this. He headbutts Penta, and I'm like, oh my god, he's going to win this thing. LA Knight chases him up, and in an instant, back suplexes him off the top of this huge ladder. Insane. Camera cuts to Rollins. I think he was outside of the ring, and he's like, alright, boys, it's time. And he makes the call, and here comes Bronson, Reed, and Braun Breaker. And they just wreak havoc on everyone. They're mowing their way through everybody, and then they get to Solo Sikoa, who's outside of the ring. and the music hits, and it's JC Mateo and it's Jacob Fatu.
Let me get this out real quick. I don't know if I've turned around on a character the way I've turned around on Solo. I don't know where this sarcastic, I don't know even what to call him right now. But, he's been so sarcastic and, when they all start the match jumping Seth, and then, he comes in and throws Seth out, and he's, mocking, and he's, all
he's with everybody.
Oh, dude, and he turns around, and he's like, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing, you know? And then
he tries to buddy, he was like, trying to get LA Knight's attention, and then he looks at Penta, and he's like, and he's like, he's gotten very comedic lately. I feel like he's loosening up.
Yeah.
And man, you can see that Uso really coming out of him.
And it's made him so much better.
These boys are all hilarious. All the Uso brothers are Fatu brothers are hilarious.
Yeah, and he's really opening it up, and it's making him so much more enjoyable. Having that character, that personality pop, just makes you more enjoyable to watch. So.
Yep. So, Solo's backup comes on out. It's Mateo and Fatu. Jacob Fatu hits this pop-up Samoan drop on Bronson Reed, and oh my god. Because Bronson Reed is a big mother trucker. I know he's gotten in some better shape and he's cut some weight, but he is still a big hoss.
He's a big boy.
And then he just kills him with a suicide dive. Then he grabs Solo. He rolls him into the ring. He sets the ladder up for Solo. Man, he has rolled out the red carpet. And everyone in the arena who's ever watched wrestling knows what's about to happen.
Yep.
Especially if you watch SmackDown. Solo climbs up slow and confident. He's got this in the bag until he doesn't. Jacob grabs his leg, and Solo's trying to go up another rung, and he's just like, I'm stuck.
Yeah,
and he looks at him, he's like, what are you doing, man? And words that he will no time soon ever forget. Solo, I hate you. Pulls him down, super kick, moonsault, gets him out of here. No, and then he hits him with the spinning Solo through a ladder outside of the ring. Solo's toast. And pretty much at this point, everyone's just toast. And this leaves two guys, and I'm sitting here, I'm so stressed. It leaves Seth, who I originally picked, and it leaves LA Knight, who I changed my pick to. Seth grabs a second fireball ladder because they destroyed the first. LA Knight fights him off, and LA Knight goes up, and he almost has it. And I'm like, yes! It's finally time. And Seth fucking takes him out. He hits the stomp, and Seth Rollins, for the second time in his career, wins Money in the Bank. And I do just have to point this out. Who else has won Money in the Bank twice?
CM Punk.
Ain't that something? Just like CM Punk.
But Punk did
Seth
it
Rollins.
back.
He sure did. Rollins did it how many years apart? 10 years apart? That's unreal. 10 years apart. Because he cashed in at Mania 31 in San Fran.
So it'd be
10 to 11 years because he held on to it for a long time.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
You know, first off, that spear that Braun hit on Americano.
Oh my god. He killed Americano.
Shit. Holy. WWE's put out every video, camera angle of
every angle.
He murdered that boy. And then he hit another one on LA Knight that was just as gnarly. I don't get the LA Knight thing. You just said it, and of course, because God forbid somebody doesn't bitch about a decision from WWE on the internet. I don't think he's cooked. Everybody was like, he has to win this, or but I never felt that way. LA Knight's Teflar. He doesn't have to win. It doesn't matter. He's LA Knight.
Bro, it cracks me up when you say that because you're combining two words.
do you mean?
It's Teflon and Kevlar.
Teflon is what I keep trying
But I know what you mean, bro. Every time it kills me.
Yeah, Teflon. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. He doesn't need wins. He's LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I never felt like he needed this win. Jacob Turning's interesting. I don't know if WWE wants Jacob as a face. But I
think they're going to get it.
Turning on Solo. And I feel like it's not a coincidence that Solo's been trying to get back in Jimmy's good graces right before Jacob turns on him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think people are still going to cheer Jacob, though.
I think they are too. But I don't know what way WWE is going to go with this.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see in what way they take this.
Yeah, man. I hate you, Solo. I'm not going to forget that anytime soon.
That is going to be the...
Freaking Seth is going to be unbearable.
I don't know how long he's going to have that, though. He's definitely...
I tell you what. Shotgun to your head. Does he cash in tonight?
Yes.
I think so, too, dude. I don't think he's holding on to the belt nearly as long as last time. I think... Yeah, man, I think he cashes in tonight.
They usually have one cash in pretty quickly and one
right away.
And they did this last year with Drew cashing in early, but I think Naomi's the one that should hold on to that for a while. So
yeah, and I know exactly. Well, I feel like I have a good idea when she's going to cash into. But we'll see.
We'll see.
I think she's going to cash in at SummerSlam.
So neither one of them would have it all that long. If Seth cashes in tonight and Naomi,
I think she's going to be SummerSlam. I think Jade's going to win Queen of the Ring, and she's going to get a title match. And I think Naomi's going to cash in on her after she wins it.
Interesting. But yeah, so the match was good. It definitely had its moments, especially once Seth's group and Solo's group came in and they really picked up the pace. I love Penta. Penta was great in this match. Andrade had a few good moments in this match too.
Oh yeah,
dude, that belt hit him square in the nuts.
Oh, the ladder. Was it Seth?
No, I think it was Americano or Penta.
Was it? Man, someone was cleaning people out with a ladder outside of the ring, and they hit him with it and then just dropped it. Dropped right on
the nads.
What did McAfee say? Right on his little Andrade?
Yeah.
He's like, Yeah.
So
Brutal. I forgot about that. Wow.
Seth was the person to win. I mean, it wasn't a great lineup. You knew it was built for Seth to win. And it was the right choice. I don't think he holds it long either. And we'll see. Then we get the announcement that WrestleMania 42 is going to be in Vegas again.
Boo.
Like I said, I'm not going to be there either way, so it is what it is. But I do think that's a very much a TKO decision.
100%.
UFC and TKO, I'm pretty sure, are both. TKO is also a Vegas company, so like that makes sense. Now, then they announced that Nikki Bella returns tonight on Raw. Now, the way they kept saying it was interesting, because are they saying Nikki Bella's just coming to Raw? Or are they saying Nikki Bella returns tonight on Raw?
I took it as a return.
Me
like she's
too,
back.
But I felt like that was a real nonchalant way to
announce it.
To announce that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't a lot of I'm surprised that they did it kind of you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then we get the main event of the evening. Now, what kind of bullshit thing do you have to say? Because I heard the tone. at the beginning of this show. So what did you have to say about this match? Huh? The finish of this match.
What
you have to say?
I just feel like with Cody pinning Cena, you have to get back to that pretty quickly. And I thought it was going to take longer to get to Cody versus Cena again, which is why I picked Cena versus Logan. I thought they're going to take their time to do it, because if he faces him again, how are you going to write Cody back into this story again at the end of Cena's career?
Right, but
because the way I always
picture this, talked about this. You don't have to, though. Cena's not like he's a bad guy. He has
I just feel like
give Cody a shot. Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I would do it is have Cena be like, good job, you pinned me, now you get to be in the number one contenders match. Now you get to be in the King of the Ring because you beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do shit. Like...
That's fair.
If it was a bad guy pinning good guy, that's different because the good guy's obligated to... You know what I'm saying? But, like, Cena's such a little, like, scumbag right now that... I feel like you don't necessarily have to. You know what I'm saying? I loved Logan's entrance. I think the whole drone thing is so different that I'm into it. I like.
He just grabbed the drone out of midair.
That was nice. I like things that are different, and Logan's entrance is very different in a very good way. And I thought it was cool. I liked it. The match itself was what it's going to be. It's Logan and Cena versus Cody and Jay. They all have very distinct styles. I didn't think Cody and John had a lot of chemistry in their Mania match. I didn't think Jay and Logan had like a whole lot of chemistry. Now Jay and Cody have chemistry as a tag team. I didn't think Cody and Logan have great chemistry when they wrestled each other. So like, this match was better than what it could have been, considering. You know what I'm saying? Yep. For a bunch of people who don't have a whole lot of chemistry with each other, this match was better than it could have been. Cena and Logan start getting annoyed with each other at different points.
Which I didn't see coming, and my dad texted me, and I was just like, how did you see this coming? Because I never did.
Egos, man. Guess they're
egos,
you know?
That's a good point. Yep.
But yeah, I didn't really see that coming either, but it worked well in the match. They start tagging themselves in. They start chirping at each other. They chirp so much and they start arguing so much they give Jay enough room to tag, which was actually good. Because, like, you see that all the time and then, like, nothing ever comes out of it.
Because they were beating the shit out of Jay. Jay was stuck.
Jay was stuck and he was getting beat down and it was a massacre for a while. And then the egos got the, you know, realistically, if they could have gotten Cody off the side, they could have had this match wrapped up as much as they had. But their egos got the better of them. They started arguing and chirping and back and forth. And boom, Jay gets a tag into Cody. Cody just flies off the handle. It's back and forth. Logan goes to do the buckshot and slips, which I wonder if that was intentional. Because as novice as Logan is, Logan doesn't slip. And Jay was right on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was curious too.
It made me question if that was
legitimate.
Legit. Logan does a back moonsault. Who was it? Jay that was on the announce table?
Yeah. So they were trying to do. I think was Cena trying to AA someone through the table, and Jay slipped out. Or no, Cody slipped off and Jay speared him from one table to the other, but then he was still laid out on the table.
Yeah, and then Logan does a moonsault off the apron onto the announce table, which was just crazy.
Yeah, the old lion salt.
Yeah. Logan gets the drone in his hands, gets on the top rope, and Cody comes out of nowhere, superplexes him while you got the drone viewpoint of it. And then Jay just comes out of because they're still in drone view. You just see Jay come flying over the drone to splash him. I love the whole
very unique stuff. Yeah, very unique, and I loved it.
When Logan was doing it with the camera, with the phone, and then doing it with the drone, is creative and it's different, and it shows why Logan is where he is, because I'm sure he's coming up with this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Cena ends up getting the AA on the announce table. Or no, this was after. So Cena gets in, smashes. Did the ref get hit? I don't remember what
the ref was outside looking at Jay because he had just gotten lion salted through
the table. Yeah. So Cena gets in there, smashes Cody in the face with the title, and a hooded figure comes in and a terrible spear, but spears Cena. Did you know who it was?
No.
I had
absolutely not.
I was watching people's reaction and people called it instantly, which is nuts to me because I saw he was black and I'm sitting there going,
yeah,
who the hell is it that's black? Like, who could this be? And it's our motherfucking truth is back and ready to go. And I jumped up.
I did not see this coming.
I did not see this coming. He takes the title, hits Cena with the belt. I feel like hits him with another move. Takes the belt, kind of throws out of the ring, gets out of the ring. Cody hits the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody and Jay stand tall at the end of the show. Boy, did I flip my lid when I saw it was truth. Now,
I did not expect that at all.
WWE needs to stop doing these press conferences. Did you see Triple H's response to this?
Yeah, as soon as he said it, I shut my laptop and I went to bed. It was the last thing I watched.
Because it's like such an obvious lie. Like, this was not part of the story. And again, I had no problem with it. First off, he wasn't released. Same with Carlito. They weren't released. Their contracts were done. But like, and I had no problem with it. They're older guys, don't do a lot, probably get paid a lot of money. I mean, Carlito himself joked about it. So like, just be upfront and honest about it. Don't be like, oh, did you enjoy the story? Did you enjoy the show? Like, part of the story? No, dude. No, it wasn't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did you see R-Truth's son replied and he was like, no. Yeah. He said, yeah.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I will say that's interesting, that I will at least question this, is how long did they get this done? Because Alvarez and Meltzer were like, oh, he wasn't answering their calls, and it was last minute, blah, 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 blah. But the shirt that they have out was the shirt that Rhea was wearing on Monday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Right. So
weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. Now the other thing is, and no anything does it say R-Truth.
It all says Ron Killings.
It says Ron Killings, which is very interesting to me.
Yeah, I think the fun of games are over.
Which I don't know if WWE's ever had Ron Killings from TNA. Because he was K-Quick, but K-Quick was essentially R-Truth.
Yeah.
And he came, he had that quick moment with Miz where he was kind of being serious. But that led into the little Jimmy shit, which just, again, went right back to the truth stuff. So,
little Jimmy.
he had that one paper. What was it? Capital Punishment against Cena, where like he was like big bad guy, like, and he had just started the little Jimmy thing, but it wasn't like what it turned into be. So like, I hope it's Ron Killings. I hope it's serious. This is my last run. I'm gonna go out there and try to do some shit. R-Truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I thought that was awesome. I didn't see it coming. I was stoked. Give me some real R-Truth. Listen, I know they're not going to do it. I put the belt on him, even if it's only for like 2 weeks. And then Cena takes it right back off. Why?
Can you imagine if they faced each other at SummerSlam?
That would be great.
Or Night of Champions? Wow.
And then he wins and Cena takes it back, and now Cena's an 18-time champion?
God, son of a bitch.
Like, I'm into it, and I hope they do something good with him. Like, I think that it was a pure financial decision. They changed their mind because they saw the fan reaction.
Yeah.
Which is what they should do. Like, this is a good thing that they went out and signed him because of the fan reaction. They're not ignoring people like Vince did. Vince would have doubled down and been like, scrub him from history. How dare the fans, cheer for somebody I released.
Yep.
And like
they would have muted it.
Right. And like, I don't usually believe anything Meltzer and Alvarez say anyways, but unless it helps my opinion, then I'll... You still there? Okay, guess his internet went out. I was just going to say they were reporting that people... Oh, you back?
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. So, like, Alvarez and Meltzer were saying how, like, people were being demanded not to wear Truth stuff, but, like, they were for Carlito. And, like, I'm like, okay, well, this explains why. You know what I'm saying? So, either way, a good ending and good start to Money in the Bank. Definitely had its moments.
Do you think we see Truth tonight, or do you think we wait till SmackDown or Killing? My bad.
I think SmackDown, but I wouldn't be surprised either way, honestly.
I'm super hyped to see him, and I can't wait for these Fatal 4-Ways.
Raw is going to be good. Nikki Bella, Gunther and Jay, the 2 Fatal 4-Way. Cena is going to be there.
This is a stacked Raw.
I'm excited for Raw. Usually, especially with, if I'm being just transparent and honest, like, especially with the podcast, there's been weeks where I'm like, gotta watch the show. Tomorrow we gotta jump on the podcast. Like, if it does feel a little bit more like work here and there, but like I'm actually excited tonight to watch Raw. Like, it's gonna be a hell of a Raw. So everybody, give us your like, subscribe, follow, hit the notification bell, give us some comments, let us know what you thought of Money in the Bank. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't. Tell us if we're stupid for having an opinion. Tell us we're right. Well, no. Let me correct that. Tell Cortland about what wrong opinions he has, and tell me about my opinions that are right. Because I don't have wrong opinions. So, and yeah, man, we will. So, our boy here isn't gonna be here for part of the week. So the plan for this week is I'm going to do a solo Raw NXT review.
I hate you, Solo!
Wow. On Wednesday. It'll be a quicker one. Just be me kind of running down both shows and highlighting anything that needs to be talked about. And then our boy here will be back either Saturday or Sunday morning to do SmackDown. So.
Yeah, I bought concert tickets before the pod, and I just got plans, and I'm gonna go rock out.
Exactly. Next summer, when there's vacation times, there'll be a lot less of this because we'll have more time to plan around the podcast and have probably have people come in to replace people and be a little bit more. We haven't even been doing this. We've been doing this 6 months now. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So, all right, everybody, that is your Money in the Bank review, and I will see everybody Wednesday.
Pay-per-view of the year over.
One of
that
them.
Sucks.
Yeah, Money in the Bank is awesome. Big fan.
Yeah.
So I'll see everybody Wednesday. We will see everybody over the weekend.
I'm shipping up to Boston, but I'll be back this weekend. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a guest appearance. We'll see what kind of time I have Wednesday.
All right. Until then, we will see everybody later. Enjoy your wrestling. Peace.
Peace.